as an architect of the Good Friday Agreement, peace agreement, why did you not have inserted into the agreement that on the run, people that the British government classified as on the run could come to the 6 counties in the north, to their homes, some of them to their homes, to the United States, and also former prisoners, political prisoners, come to the United States?
Well, the matter of political prisoners coming to the United States has nothing to do with the British government. It's got to do with the U.S.
But the U.S.
government.
But the U.S. wanted an agreement. They were desperate for the agreement. They really wanted agreement. Why couldn't you work that out with the U.S. at the time?
Well, first of all, the issue of prisoners is a symptom of the problem. It isn't the cause of the problem. But some of the issues which should have been dealt with better were lost in the legislation which the British brought in subsequently. Some of it was lost there. The focus on prisoners was to have the prisoners released, and that's actually something that I am quite proud of, that we managed to do that we got all of the prisoners out, and that included loyalist prisoners.
How many were there at the time, approximately?
I have to look at Richard, but there must have been 700, 800, would there be? 700 or 800 prisoners. And I mean, I negotiated for the people who shot me to be released, so it wasn't just about Republicans. The issue of the on the runs or people not having, being able to move freely and so on and so forth, has been a constant cause of negotiation since. Part of the problem for us is this, and this is I'm giving you my personal view of this. There are only a very small number, comparatively speaking, of Republican former prisoners are on their own. It's only a very small number. And the British wanted an amnesty for their forces. And probably part of the offer would be that they would also give an amnesty for these others. And I didn't think that we could negotiate that, because if the families of the victims of the British Army, and some of them, don't want anything done, but some of them want the truth, they want to know what happened, want an acknowledgement, or even want prosecutions. So we certainly weren't going to lend ourselves to a deal for the benefit of a small number of Republican former prisoners, which would make things worse for those who had died as a result, or the families of those who had died as a result of the actions of the British Army.